Yeah, so that's the whole story that we're teaching you to own your breakout. Like that, this is the thing, is ownership is the name of the game. So we are super stoked to walk through all of this with you. We're going to queue up Mr. B, who is next. Mr. B, are you here? We'll have to unmute you. Run through some questions I have prepared for you. The first question that I have for you is what was the goal that you set for yourself last year for to accomplish this year?
Money wise or transaction wise?
Both, both.
Both. Okay, my goals are written there. My 2025 goals is $1,020,000. And I will break it down because most people will copy this, which I prefer they copy. They don't have to think. I will do 3 hours of prospecting daily, 1 hour of data, 1 hour follow-up, and 2 hours CMAs and offer present. I will take 5 weeks vacation, okay? And I have to do one transaction every 3.8 days. Let's say every 4 days, I have to do one transaction. So I will do a 72 transaction, and my weekly goal that I have to make $19,615 every week, which is easy. We are working almost every day. It's very easy. Imagine you have a store, you have a business, you go open the store every day, you assume you're gonna sell something, right? This is my store. I open every day, I come every day here. I have to do a money-making activity. Money has to come in. And I'm very moderate. I'm saying I have to do one transaction every 4 days, not every day, every 4 days to get to $1,020,000. So to do that, and I know if all these people are here today, they are looking to grow. They are looking for sparks. And I'm a smart guy. I'm a street smart guy, but I copy other people. I listen to other people. I go to the seminars. I take a lot of things from here. They think I'm giving a lot, but these are taken from other people. So I put it together. I modify it to my needs and I just go on. How much time do I have? I know I
Yeah,
can talk
well,
very
I'll
long.
keep you
Huh?
on. You're doing the questions for me, which I love because
Okay.
that's what I was going to ask you. So, one thing, when I asked him what his goal was, did everybody notice what he did? He turned around and showed us on the wall. Was that put on the wall at the beginning of the year, Mr. B? I'm
Yes.
guessing the answer was yes.
Yes.
And then he did what I was going to ask him to do was he broke it down to the daily activities. So what were the daily activities again that you've been doing every day so that people can write those activities down? Like what are the things that you're doing every day to make sure you hit that goal?
You can do anything you want. Everybody's the day is different, but one thing will not change in real estate is prospecting. You have to prospect 2-3 hours every day, because whatever you do today or you don't do, it's going to affect your 2-3 months from now. And other stuff, like if you have assistants, you don't need to do the data part. I have an assistant. Actually, I just hired an assistant today. She's starting on Monday. She will only take care about street text because I have so many leads coming in and I'm putting around $600 a month. And so far I made from June to today, $128,000 from street text leads, putting $600 a month. And I'm only using maybe what, the 15-20% of the leads because I cannot take care of it all. There are so many. Most of the time I have to turn it off because there are so many coming in. I have all this. Maybe this will answer all your questions if I go through. Huh?
I want to ask you one question with regards to those daily activities. Did you, what's happening when you are behind on your goals? If you're not hitting your numbers, like what does Mr. B do to stay on track when you're doing the activities, but the numbers aren't showing up? Have you had a day like that, or are the numbers always on point?
At least once a week I have a day like that. Something gets on my way, something out of nothing comes on the table and I have to take care of it, and it screws up all my day. 2 days ago, I'm a very numbers guy, so I measure everything I do. 85% of my day went to nothing. Like I had to I had 2 offers going on. I had to communicate with the lawyers, notaries, and so on. I got upset. I said, okay, I supposed to talk to 40 people today. I only spoke to 7, and I supposed to sign a contract today. I didn't. What I do, I reset every night. We have to do that. If you don't reset, you get stuck there. Tomorrow, you are still thinking about yesterday. 2 days later, you are still thinking about 2 days before. So I have to reset. How do I reset every day? I think about tomorrow. I set up my goals tomorrow. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So when I go to sleep all night, my subconscious programs me to do what to do tomorrow. So that's why when I get up in the morning, I don't even think. I just, as soon as I open my eyes, I'm up. I have a direction. I'm going. I already forget what happened yesterday.
Yeah. I think I know the answer to this question, Mr. B, because you've talked about it before. But this, as you went into this past year, did you simplify or did you make things more complex? What was the strategy? Because from what I heard, you're on track to hit your goal. What was the strategy? Did you make things more complex or did you make things more simple this past year?
We simplify things, but the things, they got the complex on the way. So we have to readjust again and again. We have to set our goals. That's the end goal. And we have to find the way to get there. Like I'm in Montreal, you are in Vancouver. I want to go to Vancouver. I know it's going to take me a few days. Will I have construction on the road? Yes. Will I have U-turns? Yes. But I always have to get back to not get upset, just stop there and get upset. Just turn around, continue, find another way to get there.
And how, like I'm hearing you say that you prospect 2 to 3 hours a day. How do you feel about handing that off to somebody else? What do you think is the most important thing you do every day to push your goal?
Even though they say we are real estate agents and don't sell, we are sellers people. But at the same time, we are in communication business. So we have to put this two together, communication and sell. We have to close contracts. Otherwise, we don't make money. My job is talk to people, go to appointments, sign contracts. Next. So the prospecting part, I have to be 200-300% sure the person or the system that is going to take care of it will do better job than me.
So did you spend more on marketing this year or did you spend less on marketing this year?
I don't call it spending. I call it investment, because spending, it just goes away. Investment, I invest my money so I have a return in it, like the marketing, right? Before, I used to be part of other, I can say, coaching or systems. It would cost me $8,000 to $12,000 a month in marketing, sending brochures, sending just sold flyers, this and that. And I do a lot of door knocking. I do a lot of calls. I do a lot, like as soon as I step up, I'm in business. I talk to anybody on the street. Everywhere I go is a potential buyer seller. And if I give my money to somebody, I look for return. If I put a gas, now I have electric car, but if I put a gas, I talk to the gas guy. And at the end of payment, I ask, do you know anybody? Do you want to sell? Do you want to buy? Everybody is a potential buyer seller out there. And right now, the only money actually that I'm investing is the street text. I don't do anything else. The rest is me calling people and door knocking, talking to people. That's it. Before, it was like over 10,000 every month. And the return was very low. Like I would send 20, 30,000 flyers. I would get maybe one person from $5,000 to $10,000. Now it's up to me how much money I want. Most of the time, I'm scared to get too much lead because I cannot handle them. Then I get upset with myself. When I get upset, I become like deer looking at the light. I do nothing. I'm a very expressive person. That's why I talk too much. Sometimes you have to stop me and I get off the subject.
That's the contagious part about it. And I think, like, I'm hearing you spent 10,000 on marketing last year. And this is what we wanted to focus on in this event, because you said, I can make as much money as I want to. Who has that same mindset? Like, one. And two, you said the most important thing for you is follow up and nurturing these leads. And sometimes the leads are coming in too fast and you have to stop them because you're investing in the leads. And if you're doing nothing with the leads, you're basically just throwing money away. You're probably just spending it, right? So what I'm hearing you say when you broke down your goal and when we look at what you have on that wall behind you is you have invested large amounts of time getting like belly to belly, face to face, conversation to conversation with the people that are in your funnel. And that's why you've hit your numbers this year. That's why your goals, and that's why it's contagious, because you didn't stop. And you can see your excitement because when you're hitting your goals, you feel that sense of accomplishment, right? which probably fuels you on to the next day and the next day. What's your word of encouragement for people when they set their goals this coming year? What do you want to say to everyone here in terms of how could you share your contagion, like your way about excitement over goals with all of us?
Okay. First of all, know your potential. And the potential, it will come out when you go to places like this. When you hear other things, you will realize you have a potential. Okay. Then you have to set a goal and find a way how to get there. As I said, of course, there will be obstacles. Always get back to the track and break down your goals to the small portions so it is more reachable. And you have to have help around you, hire people, buy systems, because I can do by myself maybe $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. But if I want to get to do $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, I need system. I'm one person. I cannot do everything. So, and I was reading the book 2080 systems, whatever it is. So we have to find out our 20% that makes the 80%. Don't make the 80% that makes you only 20%. So that is set in systems and people. And always have positive people around you and have accountability partners or people around you. When you need it, somebody will give a good kick in the ass. So you can just go do this stuff. Otherwise, we just get comfortable. You make 50,000, then you go on vacation. Something happens, you feel down, you don't do anything. And the most important thing in our business, show up every day. Whatever happened yesterday, show up today. And have a clear mind, because when your mind is clear, you are open to the opportunities. Don't get stuck in the things. And learn every day. And pay yourself happiness. Do something rewarding back to you. And keep in mind, show up every day, and whatever you do today will affect your 2-3 months. This is a very simple business, as long as you stick to the goal and to what you said in your mind. Keep your mind clear and have a good mindset.
Mr. B, I think I speak for everybody that has had the chance to be in a Zoom room with you. Think about the energy that you send over top of electronic a meeting. We're not even in person. So I can imagine that it's tenfold when you show up in person. So when you say get in rooms, it's people like you that were excited to have part of the community. And I know there's people on here that probably came onto a mastermind at some point this year and were having a down and out day, and they got to work after they heard from you, Mr. B. So I know us as a team here at Street Tech severely appreciate your energy, and keep bringing it because we love it. So thank you so much.